Hi everybody! So we are going to do a continuation of the question that I posted a video on a couple videos back about gas, bloating, and stomach pains on a vegan diet. So there's a heck of a lot more than just the animal products that you eat. There's a lot more that goes into it. So obviously somebody also commented on that video that it could be different types of plant foods that we eat that are harder to digest. Exactly, 100% correct. There's more to this than just the animal products. The animal products are a big one, but another big one is, even when you are eating a vegan diet, number one, the animal products, that stuff and toxins can stay in your body for a very long time. If you really want that cleaned out, the best way and the fastest way, more efficient way, I believe, getting that out is through water fasting. Now, a lot of people are probably have a different opinion on that. For a long time, I kind of had a different opinion on that as well. But the longer I was learning more about water fasting and have followed Loren Lockman for many years, I mean, all of his testimonies, I mean, there's literally not one that's bad. So if you do it supervised and properly the right way, fasting is very beneficial in many ways. And you'll notice, actually, the more you dive into it, that actually animals fast as well. You fast, whether you even know about it, just more on a short-term basis, okay? So when we're sleeping, we're fasting, okay? When we're sick, we fast, right? When we're sick, we have no desire to eat, and we can go for a couple days without eating anything. You're fasting, okay? Animals, when they watch them, your pets, if they don't feel good or they're just not hungry, they'll kind of just fast forever how long their body needs to, and then when they're hungry, they'll go eat. So we kind of fast in a sense on a short-term basis. But if we want to really clean house and give our body a rest, of course, 21 days seems to be the length of time that does the most benefits for everybody. But of course, I believe to do that on a supervised basis, and I highly recommend Loren Lockman if you go in that direction, if you go that route. I have never water fasted myself, but I hope to and plan to sometime in my future to experience it at least once, and I would like to do it under Loren Lockman's supervision. That's me. I have followed him long enough, and other people may have other opinions on that, but I know for me, I trust Loren Lockman from what I have seen and everything, and everybody's testimonies on that. And I mean, man, if you really want to clear something up, water fasting is it. So people who, speaking of the water fasting, where I'm going with this is that people who have eaten a raw vegan diet for many, many years, when they go on fasting, when they do a fasting round, they still eliminate stuff that's been stuck in their body for many years. So, I mean, so this part of this digestion and everything, I mean, that plays a part of it too. But also, kind of back to what we were saying earlier, is about the different types of plant foods, okay? The different types of plant foods, like the really rough and tough leafy greens, like collard greens, kale can be one of them too, depending. But also when we're looking at vegetables like cabbage, carrots, broccoli, a lot of people seem to have problem with the broccoli, okay, and cabbage raw. Why? Because they are hard to digest. Yes, they are healthy for us to a point, but they're not the most optimal. Just because they're a plant food doesn't mean they're the most optimal, okay? Just like certain herbs out there. There's certain herbs out there that are actually, when you look at it, you can kind of come to a conclusion that they were created to keep other bugs away, not for us to consume. Kind of interesting, huh? I really love watching Loren Lockman, and he talks about the broccoli and the harder vegetables, that in order to make it more digestible for us, we have to cook it. If you have to cook your food, there's obviously something wrong with that. You shouldn't have to cook your plant food in order to eat it. So obviously right there, to make it more digestible, it's obviously not optimal for us. It's still better than animal products, 100% sure on that, but it's not the most optimal. So should you be eating it? You can if you want, I guess, but it's up to you. If you want optimal digestion, you would not not include that. And even if you do eat all vegan and even raw vegan and you incorporate all of that and you still have problems, it's because that's really not meant to be in your body to begin with, really, on a regular basis, because they're just too hard to digest. And then again, if you have to cook them, that becomes a big problem too, because when we cook our food, especially over a certain temperature, we are creating toxins. So you are deliberately, when you cook your food, even plant foods, you are deliberately creating toxins, especially again, when you cook above a certain temperature, you are deliberately hurting yourself by creating toxins and ingesting it, thinking you're doing good, but you're actually kind of not. So that's why it's important to dive into health. I mean, the further you are into health, the more you can optimize your diet and get yourself even more vibrant and even more feeling even more good. It's amazing. Just when you think you're good now, man, there's a whole nother level. There is way more levels than you actually know about. And so that also ties into our microbiome. So if you guys have been in the health movement long enough, you've heard about this microbiome business stuff, but a lot of people, they hear it, but they don't really look into it or anything. I've never really dived deep into it, but I know the gist of it. But I brought it up on my laptop so we can read through it too, because this plays a big part in it. This is why it's very important to eat healthy, to eat vegan, and to eat a whole foods plant-based and focus on those raw plant foods, heavy on them fruits, tender leafy greens, things that are are good and easy for the body to digest. So our microbiome, so let's read this here. I got it up on my laptop here, you guys. So the microbiome is the collection of microorganisms that live on or inside a person, animal, or plant, okay? These microorganisms include bacteria, fungi, viruses, and archaea. I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. ARCHAEA. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I don't really know what that is. Again, I'm not the health expert, nutritionist, dietitian in any way, shape, or form. I say that to let you know that I'm not, okay? I have experienced wonderful things by changing my diet, and I totally believe in eating optimally for the body, as optimal as you can, and that is definitely a plant-based diet, vegan. I am all for it 100%. But I will share with you as much as that I can, and it's a whole world of stuff out there. So it's like never-ending videos, really. So the microbiome is important for health and wellness, and it can be affected by environmental factors like diet, exercise, and medication, okay? So how the microbiome affects our health. So I just did a general health, okay, or search. I just did a general search. So it's not one particular website. I know when it comes to the internet, we definitely have to be careful what sources we are finding our information from, because it can be very conflicting, and it can skew things around and send you like, well, this side says this, and then this side says this. What's true? What's really real? I can tell you from experience, plant-based is real. Veganism is real. So how the microbiome affects health. Digestion, okay? Digestion. Microbes help the body digest food and produce energy, okay? So this is why it's so important to eat healthy, because we've got to keep our microbiome in our body healthy. We have to keep it healthy. And to do that, you have to eat the right foods. We have to feed the good bacteria, okay? So immune system, microbes help the immune system develop. Skin health, microbes help keep skin healthy, but an imbalance can lead to skin problems like acne and eczema. Blood sugar, the gut microbiome may help control blood sugar, which could affect the risk of diabetes. But we all know definitely that's diet related. Autoimmune disease, okay, diet related. A lot of this stuff, it's related to the foods you are eating, okay? What creates that microbiome, what feeds it and everything is our foods, So autoimmune disease, the microbiome may play a role in autoimmune diseases like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and multiple sclerosis, MS. So how the microbiome changes, okay? So the microbiome is dynamic and changes in response to environmental factors. A healthy microbiome has a variety of microorganisms that support each other. An imbalanced microbiome is more vulnerable to invasive types of microorganisms. Okay, so, and And then causes of imbalance for microbiome. Instability of the gut microbiome can be caused by many factors, including infection, diet, exercise, sleep pattern, exposure to antibiotics, and various comorbidities. I'm sorry, I don't know what that word is. I've never heard that before. Co-morbidities. Okay. Sorry about that. See, I'm not the doctor, I'm not the health nutrition. I don't know. Animal products have a huge effect on us. So that's why it's so important to eat plant foods. Plant foods support your diet is a big one. And like it said, it's not all about diet. It's the exercise. It's your sleep. Okay. It's your exposure to other medications and stuff like that. Like it said in here, like, that's just a little snippet, okay? So, but reading up and watching these other videos on the microbiome is very interesting because you really realize that, dang, your food makes a huge impact. So, yes, so what can contribute to the gas, stomach pains, and the bloating? Most definitely, your most obvious sign is them animal products. So slower digesting foods and those beautiful, faster, healthy paced digesting foods are running into each other. Okay, the plant foods are good, the animal products are bad. That's what we need out. Okay, and then of course, if you want to optimize that even more, okay, this is where you dive into raw veganism. This is where you dive into a lot of people aren't at this stage. They're not at the stage of raw veganism. They can't really see that as appealing, so they're just not there yet, okay? But if they want to, and hopefully they do get that desire to optimize their diet even more, they will know, they will understand that, hey, you actually do need to get the cabbage out, you do need to get the broccoli out, and you do need to get out these more harder vegetables out, and the role that cooking plays in our diet, in our food, how that affects us a lot too. So now, am I perfect? No, I am high raw vegan. I used to be raw vegan for 6 years when I first changed, and then I kind of incorporated some more cooked food. So I know my battles that I face. I include some potatoes, some rice every now and then. I include some tofu, and then some cooked grains and some cooked beans every now and then. Otherwise, it's mainly raw foods. And so I see myself on the high raw food spectrum. I'll stop there, you guys, because I can tell I'm going to start rambling on. So, but anyways, plant foods is most definitely it. It's up to you on how far you want to take your health. And so just remember to love being raw, vegan, plant-based, whole foods, whatever floats your little boats. Just remember to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself the best that you know how. Just remember, at the end of the day, if you've done the best that you can, that's all that matters. And if you guys are craving more, I'm on other socials as well. I'm obviously here on the YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. I have my own Etsy shop and a DeviantArt page. The link to those websites are in the description down below if you are interested. And just have a fantastic day today, you guys. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you. And have a fantastic day. And I'll see you next video. Bye, guys.